Hey everyone and welcome back. In this video we'll be taking a brief overview of all the unreleased cars from this Diamond Casino and Resort DLC. This will be just a small overview of the cars and its handling with their infos. I have already done in-depth reviews of all these vehicles along with all the customizations and top speed tests. You can go ahead and take a look at all of them for further details. This is just a small glimpse into all these cars. So without wasting any more time, let's get on with the video. There are a total of 22 cars in this DLC and 15 of them were unreleased, more of a drip fed content. The other 7 of them were actually released right in the beginning of the Casino DLC. And here are all of those 15 unreleased vehicles parked after I've completed all the individual customization videos, and they all are completely teched up to their real life builds. Coming to the first one is the Progen Emirates, which is the McLaren Senna in real life, and it is priced at $2.75 million in GTA Online. The interiors and all is pretty basic, but the exterior is the design which actually comes very much close to the real life sibling. The handling and performance is quite crazy, just like the real life one. It's packed with power. And the handling and in terms of speed and all, it is one of the fastest cars in the game presently and does exceptionally good with all those acceleration and top speed tests. Up next we have the Benefactor Krieger, which is the lookalike of the Mercedes AMG 1 in real life. And it is priced at $2.87 million, close to $2.9 million. This makes it the costliest car from this DLC. The rear end kind of resembles the Audi R8 in real life, and it seems like it's a mix of two cars. Personally, I like this car a lot because of its handling and traction and performance. All of those things are really good, including the sound too. The main reason I like this is because of its traction. There's no wheel spin or lose of traction anywhere. So I personally like this car. The interiors are, well, pretty much basic, just like any other ones. The sound too is pretty good. Up next we have the Visor Neo, which is the Spiker C8 in real life, and it is priced at $1.87 million in GTA Online. Overall design and make of the car is just like the real life one, and the interiors are pretty neat. The handling and performance aspects are also pretty good, not too crazy or anything, kind of decent. The sound is pretty good in this. Up next we have the Pegassi Zorusso. It is the lookalike of the Ital-designed Zeruno in real life. It is priced at $1.92 million in GTA Online. The exterior design is quite a mix of the Zeruno, the Aventador and the Bugatti Divo. The tail section is just like the Aventador, the tail lights is of the Bugatti Divo, and the whole body is like the Ital-designed Zeruno. So it's a combination of these 3 cars. Overall, it's not too crazy or anything. The exhaust seems to be, very poor design or make. But other than that, the handling, the performance, all those speed numbers and all, it's not too crazy or anything. Just like any other sports or supercar in the GTA Online. Up next we have the Ocelot Jugular, which is the real life Jaguar XE SV Project 8, and this is priced at $1.22 million. This car is quite good in terms of build quality and all those real life looks and all, and the interiors are pretty okay, but the sound is quite good on this car. The performance, the acceleration and the speed numbers are quite good on this. There's a lot of traction, there's good speed numbers on this car, so that's a good bonus on this. Up next we have the Ocelot Locust, which is the lookalike of the Lotus 311 and the Delara Stradale in real life. It is priced at $1.62 million. I mean, the overall look of the car is just like the real life counterpart, no doubt about that. And the dash on this car is the first one which has got, clear dash view. The overview is just that this is like a bigger version of the go-kart, like a sports car go-kart kind of a car. The handling and the speed and all is just like the go-kart in real life. When it comes to performance numbers, well, it performs quite good, not too extraordinary or something like that, but a decent number for a sports category car. Up next we have the Vulcan Nebula Turbo, which is the lookalike of the Volvo 240 in real life, and this is priced at $997,000, close to $800,000 in GT Online. Personally, this is quite a lot of money, but this car has got tons of customizations, lots of them, like the drift build on this car. I personally didn't like the handling and the performance of this car. It somewhat seems like it's struggling at certain times, so I'm not a huge fan of it. But to those who want to do some crazy wacky builds or drift builds, then this car is pretty good for that. It has got tons of customizations, and just like I said earlier, the performance and the acceleration numbers, all those are quite bad. Up next is the Ubermacht Xeon Classic. This is the lookalike of the BMW M6 first generation, and this is priced at $812,000. I personally didn't quite like it because this is just like the recycled version of the older Ubermacht Classic car, which we received a few DLCs earlier. So nothing too special or crazy or anything with this car. It has got some decent number of customizations though. So all those Ubermacht fans, well, you guys might like this car. The interiors and all are pretty much basic, old school kind of interiors. And yeah, that's the car. Up next we have the Maserati Nova, which is the lookalike of the Maserati Levante in real life. It is priced at $608,000, and I personally think that's a lot of money for this car, because the handling and performance and the interiors too quite comes close to the Pegassi Taurus, which we got in the Arena Wars DLC. So it's not like something something new or crazy or anything like that sort. It's just like the reskin versions of the existing cars and such. The front is a ripoff of the Ford Mustang in real life. The headlights and the grille kind of area, so the tail section kind of resembles the real life Levante. The performance numbers is quite good on this car. You can check out the detailed video where I show the top speed test and such. It's quite amusing that this car performs in that way. Up next we have the Anis Helion, which is a lookalike of the Nissan Petrol Safari and the Jeep Cherokee combined. And this is priced at $835,000. This car is, an old school boxy rugged SUV. The off-road lovers are gonna totally love this car. I mean, the interiors are pretty much basic, classic old school stuffs, but we have got tons of customizations on this car. We can do some crazy off-road builds or even rally spec builds. So yeah, those category people are gonna just love this car for all the customization options this is gonna offer. And in the video I've actually done the off-road test and all, just to show you how the car handles, and I'm pretty much liking this car. Up next we have the Weenie Dynasty, which is the lookalike of the Hindustan Ambassador in real life, and this is priced at $450,000. Well, you can also do some crazy classic builds with this car, but I personally chose the classic taxi car build for this. But yeah, as I was saying, there are a lot of modification options from which you can do some classic car builds and make it look old school classic car. The handling and all is pretty much basic, so I won't go further into it. Up next we have the Western Rampant Rocket, which is a lookalike of the Rocket 2 trike in real life. It is priced at $925,000. That is a huge amount of money, close to $1 million for this bike. But the disappointment is that it has got just one modification options, that is the air intake, the one you can see in the front of it. So that is literally everything from this vehicle, all the modification options, that is it, nothing more than that. That was kind of a disappointment. The performance and the speed numbers were not quite up to the mark, or say the expectations. So I've actually gone in depth into this car in the individual customizations and top speed test video. So for further numbers and performance details, head out there and check out that video. Apart from that, overall this vehicle is quite good, but definitely not for the price tag it is being offered at. So yeah. Up next we have the Piatti Gasser, which is the modified dragster of the old Piatti. So the old one was a classic car, but this one seems to be decked up version of the old car. Nothing too crazy or new or anything, just modified parts of the old one. It has got some slight modifications. Other than that, nothing much, just like the exhaust or the chassis or the air intakes and just those stuffs. Nothing much, nothing more than that. So this is priced at $805,000. That is quite a lot of money, but for those who are gonna like it, well, you can get it. But to the others who are looking just for the performance aspect, well, I would say skip this car. Up next we have the Bravado Gauntlet Classic as well as the Gauntlet Hellfire. First one is the classic version. This car is very much like the real life one, and I pretty much like the way Rockstar did it like just like the real life one. The interiors too are just like the old school classic muscle car feel, nothing too crazy or anything. The exterior is what wins the overall car build. And yes, it does do wheelie, guys. So that's a plus point. This car comes with, you know, tons of customizations, and you can do some crazy builds with this car. I've done the, you know, classic real life build. So yeah, the handling is quite different from the other muscle cars which we usually see. When you come to the performance and acceleration terms, well, it does perform quite good, but not, you know, just like the modern muscle cars numbers. So it's quite good, and overall it's really a great car. And then for the final car, we have the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, which is the lookalike of the Dodge Demon in real life. I've done the exact build of the real life version. This car is packed with lots and lots of customizations. I've done the decent lookalike build, so not too crazy stuffs or anything, just the basic stuffs like the real life one. And I'm pretty much liking this car. The attention to detail is very much, you know, just like the real life one. And yes, this car too does wheelie, so yeah, that's a good thing, guys. And yes, I gotta mention, this car has got tons of power, so it does come with, you know, crazy handling. The plus point for this is that you can do some crazy drift with this car. In terms of performance and, you know, the acceleration top speed numbers, well, this car actually, you know, comes up to supercar numbers. This car has a top speed of over 120 miles per hour. That is the supercar category. And on certain roads, this car actually goes upwards of 125 miles per hour. That is crazy number, guys. Overall, I pretty much love this car. I mean, you can do some crazy drifts, or the overall modification build of this car is just amazing. So that is the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, and I just can't wait for this car to release in GTA Online. So yeah, those are all the 15 unreleased cars from this DLC, guys. This was just a brief overview of all of the cars combined, and for in-depth customization and detailed videos of this car, head over to the channel and check them out, because I've done videos on all of these cars individually. All the customizations, top speed test, and my personal review on them is done in those videos. So yeah, those are all the 22 cars from this DLC, guys. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Do hit the like and subscribe button to stay tuned to the channel. Thank you all and have a good day.